Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. And before I start this commentary, I must apologize. I'm an old school person. I'm obviously 35 years old, so I'm kind of a little bit more old school, and my parents are actually older than most people's parents that are around my age. But first I want to start off this video by apologizing. And the people that I want to apologize specifically to is, well, first of all, the people that have supported me all this time on stream. Because you guys have supported me and followed me because of the reasons of Call of Duty, and as well as the videos as well. So I owe you guys an apology for my lack of good timing. It's always been a hit and miss with me in life, as well as YouTube, in terms of timing. Life and as well as YouTube, timing is pretty much everything. So I wanted to apologize for my miscalculations and for my wanting to play other games at this point in time right now, because it was absolutely kind of stupid, but I felt like it was something that I had to do, and I felt like doing it, so I did it. And yet at the same time, it actually brought me to where I am today in terms of my thought process, because today during stream, true story, okay? Today during stream, this is what happened. I streamed Halo for about, I don't know, a couple hours, which I streamed yesterday as well for like a total of 10 hours in 2 different sessions. I streamed Halo again for 2 hours today, and then like during that time, after the first 30 minutes of the stream and on, I was like, I really don't feel like playing this game. I really don't feel like streaming right now. My mental energy is just out of whack. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna get off stream, and I'm gonna shut everything off. I'm gonna have a little something to eat. I'm gonna take a nap, and then I'll continue my thought process after I wake up, right? So before I took my nap and before I slept on what I'm about to talk about, I was thinking to myself, I was like, Jack, you can't really stop playing Call of Duty now. At least you can't temporarily stop playing Call of Duty now. It's absolutely stupid. People have been supporting you on follows on Twitch, and you don't want to stop doing that. And on top of that, let's be real here. There's something else that I thought about that I'd forgotten about earlier in the week that got my attention, and I totally forgot about it because, well, let's be real here. I don't want to use my age as an excuse, but it's true, and I actually feel it the more it's happening as I get older. I forget things a lot easier, specifically the things that are not as important. Like Call of Duty is important, but compared to, like, let's say health or paying the bills or how my mom's health is doing and stuff like that, financial situations, things like that, Call of Duty is not nearly as important, right? Okay. The thing is that Call of Duty had an interesting, well, on Twitter earlier this week, while I was at work, I happened to see a tweet that either somebody retweeted or posted, or whatever the hell it was, and I tried to find it before recording this video, and I couldn't find it to save my life. Perhaps one of you will. But the thing is, apparently, we have, and it's been rumored now for a while, we have, according to Activision, I guess that they've mentioned, or what one of them mentioned, was that we have remastered versions of past titles coming. And we're not just talking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, according to videos and everything else in between, is already complete, and they're just waiting for the right time to release it. Now, the other thing that got my attention was that there's also going to be a Modern Warfare 3 Remastered, and with that game specifically, that lit a fire inside me, because with Modern Warfare 3 Remastered, I have a ton of unfinished business, and I'll get into that in a little bit. And then there's Black Ops 1 Remastered, and of course Black Ops 2 Remastered. I think Black Ops 2 Remastered might take a little while, but the thing is, with Black Ops 1 Remastered, it makes all the sense in the world for that remastered version of Call of Duty to come out this year. And I'm talking about with the release of the Black Ops soft reboot, or whatever the hell they're going to call it, that supposedly is taking place in the Cold War era, whatever the deal is. That game is coming out obviously this year, and from all the rumors that we've known now for a while, the fact that Sledgehammer Games and Raven Software can't get along to save their life, and it set development back, and they called Treyarch in to take over and to kind of help finish the job and add in more developers to the stage and yada yada yada. There is definitely a chance that the game will be unfinished as hell, and we might get a portion of a Call of Duty taken away, or whatever portion that is. We might get a half-assed Call of Duty in one way, shape, or form. So how do you make up for this? you release a remastered version of Call of Duty. And that Call of Duty needs to be Black Ops 1 because it is the first of the 3 in the series. Black Ops 3 doesn't need to be remastered. So it is the first of the trilogy, so it makes sense. And everybody's been talking about Black Ops 1 Remastered for God knows how long now. And these guys over at Activision that are responsible for promoting everything and basically figuring out and thinking up of ways, the think tank, so to speak, right? These guys that think of ways for them to make money through microtransactions, promotions, and everything in between. I have no doubt in my mind that they have a group, a team of people that think this shit up, that are absolute geniuses, that get a pretty decent cut of the pie because they are the ones, through promotion and through decision making and among the microtransactions, stuff like that, they are the part of Activision that is responsible for the financial success that these guys make. And let's not forget to mention that they are actually by law obligated to do so because of shareholders. So when you put everything together, it's like, yeah, there will definitely be a Black Ops 1. And if we don't remember back in Infinite Warfare, okay, don't you think that these guys already knew ahead of time, way before the Infinite Warfare trailer came out? That is one of the most hated videos on YouTube. Don't you guys think that they knew ahead of time that that game was going to be something that would not sell very well with the community? They knew that. And how did they know that? What's the proof? Very simple. They released Modern Warfare 1 Remastered with Infinite Warfare. That was their way to kind of make up for that. That was their way to protect themselves financially from the hate that that game was going to get. They saw it coming. Now, they are going to do the same. They're going to use the same method here because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And let's not forget that the Black Ops brand is a huge brand, okay? Especially Black Ops 1, okay? Black Ops 1 Remastered is going to make a shit ton of money, and nostalgia itself is not going to be the only part of it. Well, granted, nostalgia is going to, it's going to start everything. It's going to spread the word. And as you guys know, word of mouth is it's stronger now than it's ever been, thanks to the internet and social media, technology, you name it. So all that shit's going to spread, and Black Ops 1 Remastered will make money. Let there be no doubts about that. And going back to Modern Warfare 3, as I mentioned earlier, it lit a fire inside, right? This is why. Back when Modern Warfare 3 came out, and this is a true story here, so I didn't have an Xbox 360 because my first Xbox 360 got the red rings of death, right? So I didn't have anything to play on, and I also had a PS3, and that actually got the yellow light. I forgot what the hell the terminology was for the yellow light that we as fans have come up with, but I had the yellow light. So my PlayStation wasn't playing at all, so I had nothing to play on. So the day comes that Modern Warfare 3 gets released, okay, back in 2011. Modern Warfare 3 gets released, and my best friend offers he had like 3 Xbox 360s at the time. He offered one of his consoles to me for $50, and we went to the midnight release of Modern Warfare 3, which was packed, by the way, over at GameStop. It was absolutely packed. And the next thing you know, I come home. I don't know what the hell the gamer tag is going to be, because I'm 27 years old, and I'm like, well, I like the word justice. That sounds cool, but what am I going to put after justice or whatnot? I'm 27. I'm like, 27 would be a little cheesy or whatnot. So it's like, hey, let's make it X7, and that is where Justice X7's gamer tag came from. Little interesting fact for you guys that might be curious. And Modern Warfare 3 was the first game that I played under that gamer tag, and Modern Warfare 3 is what started it all. And that was that was the first Call of Duty XP event that I saw, the multiplayer reveal and all that. That is when I started truly becoming passionate about Call of Duty. And it all started with Black Ops 1, but with Modern Warfare 3, I started getting excited about that game before that game even came out. And I was getting hyped about all the news that was coming out from the reveal, about specialists, about all that kind of stuff. I'm like, man, I can't wait to get on and wreck people. But lo and behold, I wasn't anywhere where I am today in terms of Call of Duty skill. I was a 0.8 KD player, but I had enough love and enough passion for the franchise to basically just fast forward 1 year later, learn how to play the game properly, and then become a better player, and then fast forward a couple years after that, start doing YouTube. Go figure. So Modern Warfare 3, in a sense, I have a lot of unfinished business with that game. Now, I did go back and play it after I started getting better, but because of the fact that Black Ops 2 was out and that was just such a terrific game, and among a couple of the other things like the Advanced Movement Call of Duties, Black Ops 3, obviously, the thing is, there are a lot of Call of Duties that came out that basically had my attention. But I did go back and temporarily play Modern Warfare 3, and I was able to play it a hell of a lot better than I did when it first came out. But with that being said, there's still a lot of unfinished business. And there's a lot of things that I've been watching Modern Warfare 3 videos lately, especially from PwnStars.com, because that man was the king of Modern Warfare 3, quite frankly. He's a tremendous player. And even though he's on PC now, back during that time, he was on console, and that guy just set all sorts of records, did all sorts of amazing accomplishments for that game. It was when you started to see his name pop up. And the thing is, I've been watching a lot of Modern Warfare 3 vids, and I'm like, man, looking back at it from a gameplay standpoint, I'm like, man, I would have done a lot of what that guy has decided to do. Granted, all the great players of Call of Duty, one of the things that sets them apart and that makes them better than me is that their decision-making skills are a little bit better. I run a little bit too much. I don't like to slow down, but with that being said, there is a purpose to my playstyle. But the thing is, when I look back at the gameplay, I'm like, man, I'm looking at this from a completely different perspective. So it just makes me want to play Modern Warfare 3 that much more. And you can bet your ass that when that remastered version of that game comes out, which it will, according to rumor, and according to the tweet that I saw earlier, and they pluraled it. It wasn't just a remastered version of a past game. No, they said remastered versions of previous titles. So it's plural. And thanks to technology and social media, these motherfuckers at Activision definitely know that we want this shit, and they will, mark my words, they will sooner or later find a way to capitalize on it. And I think it will start with Black Ops 1 remastered this year. If not, we're probably going to get Modern Warfare 2 remastered before that, because they sure as hell have a lot to make up for right now with Modern Warfare 2019's shortcomings. But with that being said, guys, let me know down in the comment section what you think and what your opinions are. What are your thoughts about all this? And as always, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.